Hi, welcome back. Okay, so I will have posted a tutorial on the making of these little key holes. I bought a mold, which is actually a cake mold, and I will put the link. I might write that down. The link down on the internet for you, if anyone's interested. It also has a key and locks and door hinges in this particular set. Anyway, and I made a few of these and cooked them off, and I made them from bacon bend. Okay, so they're flexible, so they're not brittle, so they'll last. So that's that. And I started on this, and I can't remember where I'm at actually, because that's inside on the computer, and I've been very busy on working with my own work, and I haven't done any videos for a while. So this is a half a piece of very hard. Oh no, what is it? Sorry. So this is this is made on canvas paper 240 GSM, and it's been I primed it as I do with white gesso, and then I did a bit of a black, just painted some black roughly on it. These two here, I can't remember whether I showed you, sorry. These are just prints, jelly prints. These two are jelly prints. This one here, this antique piece, is on foil. It's acrylic paint on foil, and then texture sealed with gel medium. So the whole thing, I think I sealed with gel medium once, yeah, and it's still quite flexible. So I intend, probably once finished this, I'm going to put it on the front of one of my my books that I'm going to make. Now, I had to get it a bit of a guideline though, because in making this, there has to be, like, obviously there's that, but there's no doorknob or anything. And I looked up some antique Victorian sort of cast iron rim locks, which this sort of comes from, I was thinking. But I mean, you could just make that beautiful, you know, the long, have I got a picture? The long one. But I want to make the one that goes, you know, those really old door, and I've printed out a couple just for, you know, an idea, just to give me a general idea on how you know, how it should look. And I like this one probably the best. This is glued down. That's just a spare. I cut out these two knob areas because I wanted to try where, before I start painting with acrylic paints, where that's actually going to go. So and what size. I feel that the bigger one is probably better, and it probably is going to go there. Mind you, a lot of them are quite strange. I mean, even this one is quite strange. The key on this one is on the side, and the knob is there. They're all very, very different, and around other ways. The knob is over here, and, you know, etc. So this is where I'm going, and I also want to, I think I'm going to create, since I've printed these off and I don't like waste, once I finish this cover, I'm actually going to utilize some of these prints that I've printed off from the internet. I mean, these were just free pictures of people selling stuff, like, you know, that they're not actual pictures. But what I thought I could do was actually turn them into either doors, because they've really got that lovely, you know, on and use with jelly plates. But I'm going to use these. I've decided that so I don't waste these beautiful prints. This one's gorgeous. That would make it. It's actually a fire. It's a fire grate. and that is just a picture I saw and I really liked it. But I just thought I could, you know, we could use that in a collage to make a really nice ancient door and paint around it. Anyway, and that's moving on in another direction. So I'm going to basically today, oh, planes are up. I'm basically going to, this is kind of a bit of a sketch. I'm thinking that I'm going to paint down here and sort of make that like a piece of, create that to have some sort of shadow going underneath it, maybe even more so. I'm not too sure. When I paint, I just paint intuitively. So, but I do have a general idea, you know, that the handle will go there, and obviously because it's dead front on, you're not going to see any of the back of it, but you will have a shadow and things like that, and work in with the shadows and so forth. But this is me. I also thought in this, after I finished, before I bought these lovely split pins, brass looking buttons, and I thought I might use those, but I've also got screws in this little pack that I've made, which I can't quite put my hand on because I put them somewhere, but it's always the way with me in my very busy studio, because I've been painting and doing all sorts of other things. But on the hook, on this mold, there's these beautiful little screw tops, and I've made quite a few of those, so I could actually incorporate them in here. I did consider actually putting one of these on here, but I felt that I would just concentrate on the door, the lock itself, you know, that, and zoom in on the door kind of thing. All right. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to turn off the camera for a second and just get my paints organized and clear off this, and we'll just start painting. Okay, bye. See you soon. So, we have got some burnt umber and some black, some white, and I do believe we have some yellow oxide there too, but it's quite watery, that one. Now I'm just going to start. As you can see, I'm just running with it. I don't I've decided that I'm just going to make this art, because the be there. It all, and as you know, I'm pretty, I don't know whether anyone's seen me paint before, but it's about things. I just do it, you know, and fix it if it needs fixing. So get rid of all that white in the background where I haven't covered it up with that black gesso. It is that, isn't it? Alright, now, we don't ever needed any white just yet, but I don't know why I put white out. I was thinking I might have made it a slightly different colour, but I'm just going to rub back a little bit full print and just allow that paint to kind of blend in a bit. The line to be straight, kind of want it to be, you know, antique-y looking, old. Do I want that to continue up and not have a closed off area up here? You know, that and I think they do actually. After. And this black knob, and look, what I was thinking of was the I thought I might stencil the knob, you know, get a stencil and use gold on it and actually stencil the knob, use a bit of, you know, gold. So I'm going to let that dry up for a second, put on the heater, and then I'll come back. Hopefully I will have found a stencil that I'm actually going to utilize in this process. Okay, see you soon. So I am back. I have been busy, of course, in the last 2 minutes. I've been gone like 10 minutes or something, not that you would know. Right, so first of all, I made these gorgeous, I used up the grey paint on these just as a background, so we don't waste anything. That was the first thing I wanted to show you, sort of that build up of inks on special papers, and then, you know, paint so you can use them in your collaging and so forth and whatever, or just as ideas. I went and found numerous kinds of small prints that might work on here. I feel like oh, you see, that'd be exciting. That might be a goer. Just no. Oh, I quite like that one. That one might not be it, but I've got quite a few little tiny stamps like that, stencils that I use for this sort of thing. Now I could print on print it on, you know, very thin paper. Back, it's not quite dry, but it's nearly dry. I did get my jelly plate out, which was hysterically funny because I must have been in a rather big rush the last time I used this brayer, because as you can see, one of my leaves is actually stuck to it. I was doing a demonstration last week, and I packed up rather fast, so that's really funny. I'm going to have to soak that leaf off. It was a fern. It came out beautifully too. It's kicking around somewhere. Just gorgeous. Anyway, I have other brayers. So now I found these 4. I don't know whether I'm going to use the brayer or what I'm going to do actually, or whether I'm going to stamp. So I found these 3 different ones that I kind of liked. This might be a little bit, no, maybe not. So I feel like I'm either going to go with this one or this one. This would be fun. But I thought that was too big. Like, you know, the actual, could go, that could go in the center, couldn't it? Do is actually just make a couple of pieces of tissue paper, and I might just do a couple of tissue paper pieces so that I can actually see which one works. And I might, with the gold, I might just stamp it on, or I'm not too sure actually how I'm going to approach that. But first up, I'm just going to, I think I'll just print off a couple of these. A quick day, yeah. Put that one there, maybe that one there. First of all, we'll just grab that. Tissue paper on itself. That would give it a kind of a gold door, so it's probably doesn't have to be perfect. Other than that, I could probably also use, we'll just see what the difference is. It's gorgeous. Okay, right, now I'll just take those off and pull the other while I'm here. This gorgeous piece of tissue paper. So, I mean, I could do that one too, but let's just have a look. The visual going, oh yeah, quite. Definitely this one, and I'm going to try and get that into the central. So I might, in fact, instead of using the roller, I might just clean off my brayer on the bottom of this tissue paper here. Get rid of all that gorgeous gold that can be used on something. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue it on. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to stamp it with my here we go. That's what I'm going to use. Away. Get a little bit more gold paint out on here. I don't know what's going on there. Goodness gracious. All right. Card. later on. Okay, tiny bit of gold. Don't need much. I think I'm just going to put that as central as possible into that black area. And this is just my cork with a bit of foam, rubbery stuff on glued onto the bottom. And what I'm going to try and do is just do the knob. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because it's an ancient door. So a little bit, as you can see, has gone all a bit too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just a wet one that I'm removing some of the gold with. Now that's just going to dry up. And I mean, obviously you can bring some more black in there if you want. Now I've got quite a bit of gold left. So just run the even line, you know, which I like. Up. No, that's not good. Where's another one? That one is the one I've been using for the last couple of weeks. It's obviously needs re-glued. I do give them a very hard time. Anymore anyway. All right, so at this point this is where I'm going to dry it, and then I will come back. This is what it looks like at the moment. I wish the light wasn't shining on it so much, but I will take a photo actually and put it up. All right, see you soon. Shadows in and colouring in inside the lock. Obviously it's, you know, black behind the lock, and so that's what I was doing when I looked up and found that my camera actually had decided, you know, not to put anything that I was doing, which does seem to be doing that, and I obviously need to get a new system, but anyway, not to worry. So I mean, this is not the final stages. This is just me pretty much playing with between, and then come back to it and just look and see whether or not it needs, you know, a bit more work, and a bit of highlights. And yeah, so I will look at it, and in fact, even a bit of orange. I'm considering getting, trying to find another piece of that orange and just putting it up there on that sort of plate bit up there. But I will go away and see if I can actually find any. I'm not too sure that I made any more of it, or whether I used it on a door recently. Anyway, this is what it looks like so far. I'm actually quite happy with it. It's not quite round, the doorknob, but I have to put the shadows and things in, so that will kind of change it when I've done that. But not getting too mucked up about, I'm not getting too precise. It's not a precise painting. It's not like, in fact, it's all in my imagination, which is where everything that I do comes from. So, all right, I will leave you there, and then I will come back and probably do the last things and make sure it's actually recording. All right, you have a great day. See you soon. Bye. I am back, and what I've decided, I just put these papers away. I made a couple more while I was busily, yeah, doing things. What I decided was I was going to, remember I said I was going to try and find some orange, and I couldn't actually find any of this one, even though I know somewhere there is a tiny piece. But what I did find was this little bit on here that's actually might blend in, and I'm going to take that off, and just see whether or not I want to use that or not, because that's the only piece I can find at present. A bit more black, but I don't know whether I will or not, so might just rub a bit actual black on there just to knock it back a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to just dry that actually, that because it just knocked back that shininess. And of course, as soon as I stick that down, probably in one of my bags, I will actually find the piece that I'm looking for. But anyway, I can't right at this present moment. Okay, so I've been kind of working, and I decided that I have these little pins, and I'm going to put 4 of these in. They're just pins. Would just put those in there, and I want to put, I was going to put 4 in, but I'm only actually going to put 3 in. And this is just a metal knitting needle that I use. So I'm just going to put those in there as I think they look pretty good. I might also put 2 at the top here, but I might put the foil on first and just see how that all looks. And I'm still working on the shadows and of the doorknob. See, it'll probably come to about there when if it was on a book. So I'm still layering up on the doorknob to make the doorknob have a bit more depth. So I've got those in, and I decided that I found these online on my, yeah, aren't they gorgeous? Yeah, and they've got a little hanging thing. So I decided that when I'm finished doing the doorknob, I'm actually going to put that on in the middle of it as a, yeah, another embellishment on top of it. So just so that, I think that'll be fabulous. I did get out some other bits and bobs, but I think that that'll be enough. I might do some more work, probably not on camera though. For, yeah, as I say, for the doorknobs and the background, and I will glue that piece on, I feel, about there. It's just my leftover paint I was using up. I think I'll put that about there. Working on the actual painting of it, and I will show you that before I finish. Okay, I'm sure you don't want to see me paint. I'm sure you all know how to paint. All right, so that's what it looks like at the moment, and I will have the picture at the end of the finished process picture and what I've done with it, probably. I don't know whether I'll put it on a book front now or in the near future. Okay, thanks for being with me today, and I hope you enjoyed that. I have put on the link where, you know, to get that mold to make those. I mean, obviously this door can be ancient, but, you know, it's an ancient door, but you don't actually have to make it an ancient door. And I will be doing a couple of other pictures or with these in it, and I don't know whether I'll be doing them online or whether you'll just see them on Judy Armstrong's my Facebook page. Judy Armstrong's studio group is my Facebook page now. I did finally get it, yes. And so please, I would love to see, that's what I forgot to say, I would love to see any of your work that you've done that's been inspired, or any of your work. So yeah, on that Facebook page, Judy Armstrong Studio Group. Thanks very much. Okay, see you later.